Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Bangles. This is Let's Talk Nigeria on your favorite station, 97.5 Golden FM Yenagua, the gold standard of radio. And of course, we bring you the best. As always, we are here to shine the light, set the agenda, and spark the conversations that matter. I am Moy Steven.
And I am Paul Oblomubasa.
Today we are opening up a very crucial. We're looking at we're assessing the ongoing projects of Governor Doyediri's administration and the progress recorded so far. Now, since the beginning of Governor Derrick's tenure, the administration has repeatedly emphasized continuity, legacy building, and critical infrastructure. From roads to bridges, from education to healthcare, from sports development to rural access, the Prosperity Administration has placed emphasis on building projects that will not only serve today, but define the future of Bios Estate. But Nigerians understand something very important. Projects are not just about announcement, they are about delivery. So citizens want to know, are these projects moving? Are timelines being met? Our budgets being respected? What is the real state of progress? What challenges exist? What successes can Bielsons point to with confidence? Governance, of course, is ultimately a public trust, and the people deserve regular, honest debates, and that is why this conversation is timely. Now, let me let you know, across the state, we see signature projects often cited by government, the Nembe Brass Road, a massive undertaking that aims to finally open up one of the state's most economically strategic corridors, the new Yenagua City LNG Junction Road, the Glory Drive Phase 3 Road, expansion of Tombia Masuma Road, Agbura Oxbow Lake Road, the 60 megawatts gas turbine power plant, the 25,000 capacity stadium at Igbogone, the 9-story state secretariat, the Yanagwaro Poroma Road, inching closer to connecting headquarters that have waited decades for motorable access, rehabilitation of internal road networks across Yanagwa and communities, upgrades in education infrastructure, housing initiatives, and interventions in flood control and environmental protection. The list is endless. That is exactly what I want to talk about.
And it's the best time because we know that at every given time, every government on board always promises development and structural things for the people. Remember, we talked about beyond all the things, people-centric policies are good, but the policies have to be tangible, that the people see development and everything. So the conversation this morning is going to be shifting to see, we're going to be measuring and saying how far has the government gone and how well are our buyers are going to be waiting and saying, okay, assessment card, bring it forth, and let's see what have been done and what is yet to be done, and how we can together build Bayelsa. Because remember, Bayelsa is the glory of all lands, and we have a guest in the building, a very special one that we love so much, and it is no other person than, I think for me, it fits the shoe. Like I remember, there's an adage that said, "He that the cap fits, let him wear it." Of course, a song by Bob Marley. This one is the best cap for us this morning.
But beyond the headlines, the jingles and the social media posts, what do the progress reports truly say? How far have we come? What percentage completion can we confirm? What obstacles are slowing down delivery? And most importantly, how do these projects connect directly to the everyday lives of the ordinary Bielsan, the trader, the student, the farmer, the civil servants, the fisherman, the entrepreneur? To help us unpack all these and give us authoritative insights, we have a special guest, of course, as Paul Basser has already stayed in the studio this morning with us. He is known as Dr. Kola Oredikwe, the Director General of the Bayelsa State Government New Media, a key voice in documenting and communicating the administration's activities. Good morning, sir, and thanks for joining us on the show this morning.
Good morning, Moye and Paul. It's good to be live in
the way they want to start. So let's ask Oredikwe, how do you want to start?
Moye and Paul. This is like an open check.
Yeah, open check.
But I'm happy that in your introduction, you already read out a whole lot that this government is doing. So that alone gives me a sense of joy that media people are actually following tracks of government activities in terms of projects, programs, and it's great to know that we have this information already. I'm just here to buttress and say, indeed, I have been to this project, I've seen this program, I have been here, and the projects are ongoing. And you can just imagine the landmark projects that this government is doing. Each government will come with a purpose. But for us, under the leadership of His Excellency Senator Doyediri, who's leading the Assured Prosperity, where we say Assured Prosperity for Renewed Hope. You know, we can't separate these two now because of a new alliance, a new party. But great to note that Bayelsa has a new focus, and that focus is transformational leadership, and of course infrastructural development. And that we have seen from the 3 senatorial districts. It's very clear the direction of this government, and you can't mix it, that this government from beginning has a job cut off for him. And he said, the governor said, I am going to be governor for all Bayelsans. From senatorial district to east to west, you will feel my impact. And that's what he has done. The governor is out of town, but this morning he tweeted and made a post on his handles, and he still reassured the people of Bayelsa. If you don't follow him, please go and follow the governor Doyediri on both his X and Facebook handles. You will see that he gives updates on what he's doing. This morning he has written that Happy New Week to Bayelsans, and we are committed to our projects, and our projects are not suffering any funding issues. So we are going ahead delivering on promises that were made to our people, and that's the way it is. Infrastructure, education, health, power, which is key, sports, human capacity development, civil service reforms, just a whole lot. Change, landmark things are happening in Bayelsa, and I'm happy to be a part of this government. This is a listening government, a governor that will go to a particular community and people will make requests that we know you are doing so much. Please, we also need to feel a taste of this government. Can you help us do a particular project? And you say, yes, let's go back. We'll look at our books. If our funds can carry it, we will do it. So, you know, when he wanted to start the Nimbe Brass Road, the Nimbese group came visiting, and they requested that, Mr. Governor, the Bayelsa West Central District Road is going on, the Central is going on, what is happening to the East? Even though Shell and NDDC, with the support of the former government of restoration, are taking the road from Obia to Nimbe. Just cast your mind back to maybe a few years ago when we had to go to Nimbe and Brass. You have to go by water.
True.
But today, you now navigate Nimbe by road. But the job is not ended. We are going further down to Brass. And you will find out from the 3 senatorial districts, the fastest means to get to the Atlantic Ocean is through Bayelsa East. Looking at the distance of the road. From that meeting, the group actually requested that, Governor, if it take you to seek for a loan to start the roads from Nimbe to Brass, we will support you. And a whole lot of processes were taken. The letters were written to, at that time, the president was Buhari, and of course, Minister of Transportation, Fashola. And we also felt that, okay, can we also look at the direction of these oil multinationals who are operating in Brass at that time? We have Ajib, oil export terminal. He said, we are going to have Brass LNG, Brass fertilizer. Is it not, it will be of economic benefit to have a road going to Brass? And I said, okay, what can we do? We will do that road. And people were shocked. He didn't have the fund, but he felt that something needed to be done. So it started. And the day we were flagging off the Nimbe Brass Road, in fact, one of the Royal Majesty said that this is the first time in a long time that you will have all the first-class kings of Nimbe Kingdom completed.
Okay.
The 2 which is just across River Kiberi, that will be done in a short while. Number 2, number 3, number 4. That means 1 completed, 2, 3, 4 almost done on that stretch. Then we are going to start bridge number 5 which is by
Calabi.
Calabile Creek.
Yeah.
And you see, you're following up. I'm
No,
happy.
because while you're talking, the more you're talking, because we have to know, they always ask for evidence.
Okay.
So I'm looking at the evidence. I'm seeing from the governor's page.
Okay.
I'm following, and I'm seeing everything, the processes. So as you mentioned, here,
Okay, that's good.
That's why you said we should go to the governor's
okay,
page.
so
Yeah.
let me just stop here so that you can ask for that question.
So
but in all, it shows that this government has direction. He actually knows what he wants to do. That we need to connect so many riverine communities. Before now, there's so many, and there is sport to Operetorubene ongoing. Same for Bayelsa Central. The bridge, which is one of the longest by any state government in Nigeria, go and check it. 630 meters across River Nile. When you were doing geography in those days, they will mention River Nile as one of the prominent rivers. And now today, we are crossing a bridge across River Nile. 630 meters. That is long. And the last set of beams are being mounted. I can assure you that their work is going on as we are talking now. We were there last Friday or so when they started the last. So that means the road from Yenagoa to Oporoma is almost done. But now you can drive to Oporoma through the metal bridge that is there. But in a short while, the bridge will cross and you can get to Oporoma, get to Otua by your right. And of course, the governor said we are not stopping this Yenagoa, Oporoma, Okubie road. It takes us further to Ondewari. Okay. That means from Oporoma now, you now approach Ondewari while you go further. It has also approved that project should continue. The contractor, the CCECC that's doing it, has met with the community leaders of Ondewari that we are bringing this road to you, about 13 kilometers from Oporoma. And what again can you ask for? That we will drive to Enewari as well. That is from Angiama. We are doing another one to Enewari. It's just so much. People are asking, where is he getting money to do all of this thing? But I know that we have a very prudent governor who will tell you that instead of spending 20 million naira to go and drink or have a party somewhere or just say, no, if I have 20 million in 10 places, that's 200 million. It will pay part of my jobs. So we'll suspend this. You focus more on the infrastructure. Look at the sport facility. You said 25,000. It is actually 30,000 capacity. Yes, 30,000 capacity. Have you been to the Secretariat 9-story building? There are landmark projects that this government is doing. And I'm happy that the people of the state are excited. They are happy. They have shown love and understanding to this government. So, what again? Yes, he said he will do more for the people.
You already said the Bielsons. I have interacted with a lot of Bielsons, and they are very excited about the projects. And you mentioned about the road projects, brilliant projects. But then there's other, there are other concerns. The residents of Yenagoa and communities are asking as well, talking about the internal roads. In as much as the governor is doing greatly with this big projects and all of that, the residents of Yenagoa and the communities surrounding the capital city are also asking, what is the governor doing about the internal roads? Because many of the roads are going bad, and even we had interactions with a couple of them this morning, and they were like, okay, yeah, some of the roads are poorly done, the contractors are just not doing great jobs, and all of that. So what's the governor doing? And some people say that the governor does not visit these internal roads, and that's why he does not really understand what's happening. You probably want to clarify that part.
Okay, thank you. If I didn't get this question, then I will know that your immediate, the guest has just left here, didn't mention it, but I know he's critical about it. But sincerely, you have mentioned it now that some of those jobs were poorly done in the past. And if you check, I just drove down your street here, and I saw a massive internal road that is going on.
Yeah.
And you know that this government has taken up so many internal roads, more than 100. I can put it within Yenagoa, concrete. It's already built up area, and this government felt that should I begin to pull down houses of people? And of course, that's why we're having new Yenagoa city that is emerging. And they felt that, okay, let's find a way. Some people could not drive to their homes. You know, you park far away and walk down to your houses. I say, okay, can we take some of these roads to them? And that's what we have done in the past few years. The few ones that are in bad state has also given directives to the Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure. Now, what we need to do, can we have a total reconstruction
Okay.
of some of these roads?
Okay.
So send your engineers to go back to site, let them go and reevaluate, re-examine it, do a thorough examination and see how best we can reconstruct some of this road. I'm sure that is what this government is doing. I understand some of those roads we have even attempted to resurface, reconstruct them at some point, but without proper drainage systems.
Thank you.
So
Okay.
that means it needs entirely reconstruction, and that's what this government is looking into. Well, I do not want to join issue with my friend David West, who just left, but I know that that is his. How do I call it now?
Is this key result area?
Yeah, that is his own
Perspective.
personal
Perspective or something.
perspective on issues around governance. But I know that you can't just be a critic forever. When you see good things, you talk about them. I do not think that people should trivialize governance. Sometimes the way we utter words, choice of words we use, it amounts to just trivialize. Government is a very serious business. We're talking about gigantic projects here. You are talking about one portal and you do like caricature of a government. A government that can invest so much in a multi-billion naira project can actually do that. So if you don't have information, why not ask questions? So I'll put it to the public now. This is what government is planning to do. We need to reconstruct some of this road. That is when it can actually stand the test of time.
Yeah, Doctor, I like the fact that you just say that, because some persons talk about the drainage, and you've answered that question. Okay. But for the sake of the listeners, it will also be good that while the government give projects and everything, there has to be some inspection and thorough investigation to really follow through. Because sometimes the government have the best of intentions, but the people that are carrying out this act, or the people that are carrying out the jobs and doing, you need to inspect them and ensure that they follow it to the end and hold them accountability. Now let's come to the part that you're doing the roads. Roads are good. Hopefully by the end of this month, we're going to be having the light. Hopefully, as by the end of the month, that's what the government has said.
Yeah, that is our commitment.
That's a commitment. Yes. Okay. And with all of these different things, have the government really worked towards getting investors? Have you really been? Because if road is good, the power is coming. Investors so far, what's the response? How's the response been?
Okay, thank you. I think I like that question, Paul, because that is the next destination.
Yeah.
We have every other thing in the state. We have the infrastructure. Power is coming. Mm-hmm. Then you have security. You must not. There's no way you can divulge that anyway. No. Because if the place is not safe, it's not secure, people will not come ordinarily. We have had so much investment on security. Beyond the 60 camera that you see, the collaboration among the security outfits that we have in Bayelsa, and the drone that is running around the state capital and neighboring local government areas, it shows that Bayelsa is safe. I will say that this is the safest state in Nigeria. I will say so. Forget about my phone was picked inside keke or that's not.
That's human nature.
Yeah, so that one is everywhere.
It's everywhere.
But when you say state security, Bayelsa is very conscious about it, and you just look around and you give kudos to the government.
Yes,
that we have done a whole lot. Then we are talking about power. We are talking about infrastructure. Because if you say you want to invest in brass, for instance, how do you get to brass? The road is going there. We are planning to have a seaport in Nagi, deep seaport. The road needs to get there before you can have any meaningful economic boost from there.
True.
So also the Koluama end. So that one is also ongoing. The partnership has started. Just about how many weeks ago, the Innoson Motors came into Bayelsa on his own. That I want to invest in Bayelsa.
Is it because he heard about the power
He
situation?
has heard about so many things
Hmm.
that is happening in Bayelsa under this government. And the body language speaks all.
You say without invitation?
Look at me. There are consultants that are looking for where to invest
True.
for people.
True.
They will look at cities, look at places, and say, okay, if it's gas, there's gas in Bayelsa. Can we go invest in Bayelsa? Okay, there's gas there. Is it safe for our investment? Huh? Do we have road? Do we have all of these elements in place? They say yes. Do we have ready market? They say yes. Let's go to Bayelsa. But once they say they are killing people every day, they are kidnapping, they won't come.
True.
Okay?
True.
The other time, Dangote also came. For this, see, look at the caliber of people that are coming in.
Yeah.
It shows that Bayelsa name is being mentioned everywhere for good reasons. Then the governor didn't stop. He said, okay, let's continue our partnership. When Angola, we had a partnership deal with a city in China. We met with the CCE, beyond just constructing road for Bayelsa.
True.
They also have the other arm doing other things in terms of agriculture, power, and all that. They have also accepted to partner with Bayelsa to do some other things in terms of agriculture. Then the governor was also in Canada. Brampton City, we have partnership. And for us to have such discussion in the first place, that means we are bringing something to the table. So that's the next destination.
Okay.
We have done this, we have done this, we have done this, then we expect industrial growth to come. True. And that will surely come, because that's when we can have more jobs created for people. Not everybody can work in government.
That's true.
So we need those investments to come into Bayelsa, and with all that we have done, preparatory to all of this coming on board.
Talking about housing now, let's talk about housing. Civil servants lack houses. Sometimes every day they complain, oh, rent is going up and landlords are dealing with us and this and that. So government should help us. So let's talk about housing a little bit. Yeah, the governor has done very well, and I've heard a couple of times, even in news bulletins, how the government is planning for civil servants housing. How far is that particular area, that sector? What's been done? What's the progress made so far? Because we're looking at progress made so far in these areas.
Okay, housing is very key to a growing city, society like Bayelsa. And you can just imagine the population influx and how we are all competing for the available housing units that people can get into. But particularly for our civil servants, there is a scheme already in place that if you are in service, you can get the opportunity to stay in a quarters while during the course of your service to the state.
Yeah.
A few of them. I also know that there is a bigger plan by the government. This is already December, and I'm very sure that the budget for next year has captured housing. And beyond what we are expecting next year, the Okaka housing estate for civil servants, which of course was abandoned for a long time ago.
True.
If you go there now, you will see a whole lot more work that is being done under the current general manager, Right Honorable Tonya Emmanuel Lisena. A number of those units have come up, and I'm sure that we're trying to bring up more before allocation. So this government is actually interested in ensuring that our workers have decent accommodation, and that's all I can say. It's one of the priority areas of this government, and I'm sure that in the new year budget, so much will be done.
Okay. Before Dr. Moyo asks the next one, I just wanted to ask also, concerning this housing matter, the issue of rent in Bayelsa. Lagos State already has a law, a bill, but what collaboration is going to be for you from the executive and the legislature to really bring some pass it into pass a bill that has to do to bring safety and cushion, because right now the rent issues,
Arbitrary.
you know, it is even up until yesterday. Someone walked up to me and told me that even within this, there's some places where one room is going for as much as 750,000.
That means Lagos has become a mega city.
But I understand. It's become a mega city, but some persons might not be able to afford. So what? Just the collaboration.
Do you
that
know
really
that
help
people
out.
are actually trooping into Inegua because of the power that is coming?
Yes.
Do you know that? So there is high demand for accommodation. But let me put it: this 10 landlord wants to kill me or whatever. But in all.